Hello. This is Batman with the Untitled Podcast.
Yeah, that's not Batman.
No, it's not.
So we're back with part 2 to the Untitled Podcast because nobody's named this yet.
Untitled
Besides for one
Podcast
person. I
Electric.
can't use his name because he technically works for me.
And he's an employee, so his opinion doesn't matter.
I have the name for the podcast.
Okay.
Untitled Podcast Electric Boogaloo number 2.
Okay, I'll name this one that.
Yes.
But as far as a name, we have no idea. Because I don't know how you do a normal podcast.
Nope.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric
I don't know. To me,
Is that copyrighted? I feel like it is.
the only podcasting that there's is you either talk about anime or monsters that are murdered by savage human beings.
Poor Bigfoots.
Poor Bigfoot. All right, so yeah, this is our Untitled Podcast. We're going to talk about random stuff for, I don't know, next half an hour or so.
Hour.
5 days later.
Hell.
So, Wolf. Oh, I guess we should do it a little bit more properly. I am Sir Boom. Who are
I'm
you?
Wolf.
You're Wolf.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I don't know.
He's Ramen Cat.
And yeah, we are the Look Behind You team that is currently doing this for a YouTube thing because we think it'd be
Yeah.
fun just to talk about random stuff.
I'm looking behind me and still not seeing anything. Like I am staring at myself into that window. And all I see is Jujutsu Kaisen.
What?
That's cool. All right, Wolf. You were talking about was it called Slipgate?
Splitgate, I believe.
Splitgate.
It's awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
It is.
Can we get
It's a
little-
video game.
Yeah.
First off, it's a video game.
Okay, makes it cool.
Even cooler, it does. But it is Halo mixed with Portal, mixed with like
Unreal Tournament or something.
Unreal Tournament, Quake, or like CSGO. It is stinking fun where you can jump through a portal and just be like, oh, there's a dude there, and shoot him with a shotgun. And
Okay,
then just
that
keep
sounds
running.
fun, but
Sell us on it.
yeah. What's your 1 minute sales speech on the game?
Portals and guns.
Okay, I played Portal 1 and 2. It was fun.
Did you play it with guns?
No, because no. That's not how the game works.
Would it make it better with guns?
Fun theory.
No, because the puzzles wouldn't be that fun then.
Fun theory thing. Portal and Half-Life are the same universe.
Is that actually?
Yes, because Aperture is in number 2. That's the reason why Aperture is falling apart because of the
Oh, because,
Alien
because
invasion.
of the oh, that makes so much sense because the aliens show up on Earth and are like in charge of everything.
right.
Oh,
So it wasn't a theory.
I hope the portal gun is in like if they ever make a Half-Life 3.
That would be cool.
That would be cool and an awesome nod to the.
Oh
other
yeah,
game.
for sure. I think Aperture is also mentioned in Half-Life as well.
It might be like
In
probably-
Portal 2, they mentioned that there was some external forces that forced Aperture to shut down, or at least that facility to shut down, which kind of references the alien takeover.
yeah, because see the aliens in Half-Life.
Didn't
are-
they also reference Half-Life and the ending song of 1?
Maybe you mean the staying
Staying alive. No.
or whatever.
I
they
am
call it.
still alive. We're still
I'm
alive.
alive. Yeah.
Well, it would make sense too because Half-Life the aliens are not planetary aliens; they're extra-dimensional.
Yeah.
Ah, like all good aliens.
Like they cross realities and stuff, enslave a reality, and then move on to the next one.
So are they aliens?
They are aliens in the sense of like they come from planets in their reality, and then they like
Oh wow, this is 4D chess.
yeah. It's basically we discovered new world. We just accidentally ripped a hole into this other reality.
Oh, nice.
Now there's monsters in the science facility.
Right.
Most terrifying thing in all of Half-Life is you go into like a water research lab.
Yeah.
And there's just like going along, giant fish comes out of the water and like busts the railing.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It's
Sounds like Resident
terrifying
Evil.
because the water's like right level with your walkway. It's like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
All right, Wolf.
Yeah.
Ramen Cat sold me on Half-Life easier than you sold me on Splitgate. You gotta try again.
It's really hard just to tell you about. It's something that you do have to like either see or play.
Be like, right.
Are you
play
saying
Splitgate.
you have to experience, man?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, you do have
You
to
can't tell me
experience.
any of the gameplay loops.
Give us that epic, like, Raid Shadow Legends voice stuff.
It really is like they're just small arenas. You can, just like in Portal, you shoot portals on walls, you shoot people through the portals, you jump through the portals, you fly through the portals with your jetpack, you pick up guns like in Halo, and you just shoot people.
Okay, that sounds fun. Is it fast paced?
Yes and no. It's not like fast paced like in the traditional sense of like maybe like Apex Legends or like Call of Duty nowadays.
Did you ever get to play Quake 3?
No.
Or
I played
Quake Arena?
I played Quake Ultimate?
Whichever
and
the
Quake
one was
2.
the one that was online.
The behind
Yeah, I
enemy
did play
lines.
Quake 3.
No, not the behind enemy lines, but
Me
like,
and you played Quake
yeah,
3.
that was fast paced. That
Yeah,
was
that was
frantic
fast-paced.
insanity.
I hated playing it because everybody that was playing it played it for like 20 years. And I just logged in one day and was like, I don't know what to do.
Railgun snipe across the map
Yeah,
when it
exactly.
spawned.
That's basically how this game feels.
Well, all right, Quake 3. When we mean like insane fast pace, we mean throw your mouse into a tailspin and just start firing and pray to God you nail someone in the face.
I could see this game getting that fast paced with some of the smaller maps.
Okay,
Like there's
that would be
literally a
cool.
That
map
would
where
be
you can
fun.
shoot everyone from like one spot.
Oh, that's cool.
And the game, it's fast paced also in the sense of like how Halo could get fast paced, like Halo 3 or 4.
I never felt Halo was fast paced. It always felt slow for a shooter game to me.
Halo?
Yeah.
Halo was always pretty fast paced. The problem is we didn't really ever play online Halo. We played closed circuit Halo.
Yeah.
With like the maximum of like 4 people. So like whenever we'd accidentally pick a big map, it'd take us 10 minutes to find a person to kill because it's like the map's so huge. When you're playing online, you're playing against, what was it, like 16 people?
I believe it was like 12 people, 6 on each team.
Yeah, I think it's 6 on each team. So it's 12 people.
And like this, I believe it's 5 on each team, so it's like 10 people.
That's cool. So that's more like a rapid fire
Yeah.
game mode.
But they also have like different game modes in it, like the one I was telling you about Ramen Cat, which was like called Team SWAT, which plays kind of like, I want to say CS:GO in like the fact like if you shoot someone in the head, it's an insta kill.
Yeah.
So like if you have pinpoint accuracy, you can like just run through the map and just be like headshot, headshot, headshot.
I don't know.
That's
my,
cool.
my experience from the little bit I played CS:GO is I got to like witness the beautiful, majestic nature of
I know this
Russian
story.
players playing against 5-year-old Americans. It was great.
But then they
I
all,
feel like that's just an act of nature that can't be stopped.
It is. It's hilarious because you just walk up to just this corridor battle of people just screaming innuendos at each other. It's like, you're too young to know that, and I thought only Americans knew that.
Oh, that's
there's
funny.
also other game modes, like there's just traditional team deathmatch.
Yeah.
There's also capture the flag, which is a ball. You just carry around this ball and hit people
So
with
it's
it.
Skull Tag from Halo.
Griff
Yeah.
ball.
Griffball, yeah, Griffball, not Skull Tag.
Wasn't it Griff Ball where you actually had to get the ball into a goal or something?
Yeah, it was an actual whole new game mode. You had gravity hammers.
This you just have to hold the ball and keep the ball. It's like
So it's just keep away.
keep away.
So can
It's
you
still
use your
team-based.
gun?
No, you just hit people with the ball, and it's insta kill.
Oh, that's great.
What? There was another game that was like that where it had a mode like that. What was it?
I know Call of Duty had like a ball
Maybe
game,
it was.
but
Was
that
it
was
Team
more like
Fortress 2?
Maybe,
It could
and
be
like
Team
whatever you
Fortress.
had was it was an insta kill, but it was really hard to hit people with it.
Yeah, I
was
seem to
either-
remember.
Was it Paladins?
No, they didn't have a game mode like that.
Their capture the flag is the
Cart
the
thing.
payload.
Yeah, I wish they had capture the flag in that game. It would be fun.
It would be.
No, because people still wouldn't do their freaking roles that they're
No,
supposed to
they
be doing.
No, I think the only game I have ever played that actually did capture the flag proper was Titanfall 2, and that was
That
like when
was
everyone
awesome.
picked like the accelerator class, and it was like me.
Yeah, I played that once.
That would be fun.
Oh, it was super. Like that was fast paced.
That's ultra fast paced.
Oh yeah, what did they call that? They called that
It was capture the flag.
yeah.
It was just called capture
No,
the flag.
they did a new mode where it was hardcore. You could only respawn.
Once?
You didn't respawn.
Oh,
It was 5v5 in no Titans in a small arena. So that-
pilots only.
yeah, not pilots only. It was faster than that. It was
yeah, where it was in just like that little tiny arena.
Yeah.
That was a gladiator.
was it
Yeah, I
Gladiator?
I think so, something like
I
that.
liked that one because it took a high amount of skill.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is that you'd have the people that use the stim booster
Yeah, and
guys
they just run around the arena.
with sniper rifles.
Yeah.
And it was just like, the heck is happening here?
Yeah. Well, good news. You can play Titanfall 2 again
You can.
and 1. They got the hacker.
What?
The game was being plagued by this hacker or team of hackers that just DDoSed the game constantly.
DDoS attacks is meaning it basically makes it impossible to play the game.
Yeah, people couldn't get in lobbies or anything.
So the shadow world of the Dark Souls hackers.
Yeah.
They were like the servers where they get banned too.
Yeah.
Now that's a little bit different because they give you weapons that you're not supposed to have, and your account just got straight banned.
I
Yeah.
feel like Dark Souls like banned servers are actually a hilarious.
They
sight
are.
To see.
There are flying people with giant heads that just
It's-
summon lightning down on a person for no reason.
It's kind of like the GTA Online.
Yeah.
The hacker servers that you find.
Oh, is there a hacker
Where there's like
servers
just a
now?
dude like flying through the air on a piano. And like you
That
see it, you
sounds
see a car,
amazing.
you see a car upside down on fire driving down the road as somebody's like trying to shoot the guy in the piano with a rocket launcher.
That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
that's kind of how Dark Souls is too.
Like, I love the idea where it's like, okay, you don't want to play the game proper, so go play with your friends over
Yeah.
here. Like, I love that. That's great. It
Yeah.
just sounds like a
Good time.
insane version of Gary's mod.
Right?
The nice thing that how FromSoft did with Dark Souls is as long as you weren't using, if you were only using like a retexture or
Yeah.
something, it wouldn't put you into the banned servers. If I'm correct.
If it's not mechanic changing.
Yeah,
For
if it's-
Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they allow modding.
Yeah, they allow modding.
Can you see other people's mods when you play the game?
No,
No.
if you're playing like
Because I'm
Cinder's mod or something, do not play online because people will get mad.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a mod pack which like overhauls the game, adds new weapons and armor, but those weapons and armor are overpowered compared to the base game.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just used to it's like it was really weird to me was playing online on Dark Souls 3 and having stuff from DLCs show up and I don't have the DLCs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's like the guy with the giant like burning hole in his chest. Like, you're pew pew. He got
Yeah.
stepped up by a giant. I didn't kill the giant and the travelers. And
Oh, that's great. That is so Dark Souls right there. I once had the demon guy that you can fight that kind of throws you over the bridge.
Oh, the rock demon,
Yeah.
stray demon on the bridge.
Yeah. I had him do that to somebody as helping me.
I think I remember seeing that when you were playing. He just goes pick up and just yeet off the bridge.
Yeah.
see, the
It
thing
was
is-
funny because I was going through this and I was having somebody help me and they were doing really good. But we go up to this guy and the demon, like the first attack he does, which is really weird for his moveset, he usually
yeah.
doesn't instantly grab. The guy charges him with his great weapon. The demon's just like grab, yeets into the distance.
that-
I'm just
that's
like,
such-
oh.
That's such a bad feeling when it happens to you in that game because you're like, don't aim off the bridge, don't aim off, and I'm off the bridge.
So there's a slight chance that he'll just slam you on the bridge, but 90% of the time he just like yeets you into the forest, which is an insta kill.
Yeah.
I actually killed that thing on the first try.
He's not hard to
No.
beat. It's just
just break
When
his
you
legs.
do multiplayer, you usually complete the whole area, which
I had the problem of every time I went up there is suddenly you're being invaded by uber jacked up steroid man.
You can't
69.
get invaded up there. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Or my usual thing that would just be like, Satan has invaded your server. I've had that before.
I've had Dark Lord invade my server.
No,
before.
I had Satan invade it. I've had Hitler invade my server.
Uh-oh.
He gets Hitler.
I've had
I
Lincoln
get-
invade my server.
Quick thing about this. I believe it was Dark Souls 2. There was a hacker named Hitler that go all around, invade worlds, and just get their accounts banned by giving them like plus 10 weapons.
Never had that, but when I play Dark Souls 2, there is a person on there. I don't know their name. I wish I did. We have like a healthy, loving respect and hatred for each other because periodically we will invade each other and just plunge attack.
That's funny.
Like, the first time I encountered him was in Dark Souls 2. There's like this water area with those elephant dudes.
Oh yeah.
And he just drops off the bridge on me, lightning weapon, right on top of my head. I finally got there. I invade a world. It's him in the area walking down this like, I got you, you son of a... And I've encountered him like 3 or 4 times throughout the whole game.
That's amazing.
Because there's so few people that it's like him and some other people are like the only people that frequent it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lady with the dragon fist things is terrifying. I was like, oh boy, help her. You've been invaded. Crap.
There's a guy, I don't know if he still does it, but when Dark Souls 3 first came out, on Christmas Day, he would invade you.
Santa?
Santa Claus would come into town, drop a weapon, wave,
And
just
peace out.
Peace
Yeah,
out.
I think you and one of our friends both got
Yeah,
it.
we were both playing on Christmas Day. I think it was a year after the game came out. So it was
think it was a little bit longer.
2017, something like
It
that.
was 2018.
Might have been 2018. Anyways, we're both playing. We're doing another run, so we just got past like the second part of the game, and we're both in that long staircase area,
Right
be-
above Fort.
Yep, right by the dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing by myself, and I look up, and right at the moment it says you're being invaded, and this giant ripped man walks up to the top of the stairs with 2 claws in his hands I've never seen before, and it just says Santa Claus has invaded. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. And then he just drops a weapon, waves, and pieces out, and I'm
What
like,
weapon was it?
it was was it actually just a pure greatsword?
Was it just the greatsword?
Yeah, it's a greatsword plus 5 or something.
Nice.
So it was like high enough where it was a little broken, but it's not gonna get you banned
Yeah.
type of thing. So
Why would they ban you for having a high weapon?
It's not if you have a high weapon.
it's when you have the high weapon.
You can, if hackers can give you weapons you're not supposed to have at a level. You can only reinforce weapons, normal weapons up to 10,
Yeah.
special weapons up to 5.
That seems a little odd to be the banning
But
thing.
what it is they'll give you a special weapon
At
leveled
10.
up at 10.
They'll break the
It's-
code so that way they level up the special weapon where it shouldn't be.
That seems
And
like
that's illegal. It's
Yeah.
an illegal item in your inventory.
that seems just really weird to be the thing to ban you over.
Well, it's because the game relies so much on the invading and the helping system that if you have a illegal weapon that is at a plus 10, then you're a scourge on anybody that you go to
Yeah,
attack.
but in the logic of that same game, why am I summoning people to help me that are like, I dual wield 2 twin great swords and
It's
like,
because
fly across the map with the boss and just like
it boils
poke
down
it.
to it's just being an illegal item
Yeah.
in the game.
The code reads as illegal
Yeah.
because it's not possible. When the anti-cheat scans it, it's a legal item.
Yeah.
So it's not in the coding database.
Right.
So it automatically flags you as a hacker.
I think it actually does worse. I don't know if it just throws you to the ban servers. I think it just gets your account banned.
I've heard of permaban. Not permaban, but like suspension.
Suspension.
And yet there are games out there that it's like, yeah, we just abandoned our server and there's roving bands of nomads.
You mean like
Oh,
Warzone?
you mean like was it DayZ?
Yeah, Daisy is like that. Rust is like that.
Rust is insane.
Rust actually looks fun because of how toxic it is. Because it's like you just build. If it's the game I'm thinking, you can just build stuff and like, it's a trap.
Yeah. Well, literally, Rust is the epitome of what Rust wanted to be. Rust wanted to be a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah.
And it is now because there's roving bands of raiders and griefers
There's
Yeah.
always
that
has
you
been.
literally have to survive against.
Yeah.
It's great.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
mean, until you die.
in a game like that, I feel like I would try to amass an army to just like kill the raiders. Like, all right, guys,
They're alliances,
we're
basically.
bringing justice to this
Yeah.
server.
It's like the whole thing, like with Ark, when they added where you could bring items cross server and
I
character
have
cross
heard of
servers.
entire like Thanos legions just
Yeah.
going over
Because
to other servers.
It was an update that they added where you could bring your character, your dinosaurs, and items cross servers.
It is kind of terrifying watching an army of turtles marching with miniguns on them up towards a base.
Or brontosauruses with a base on their back.
That's terrifying.
And they just go from server to server with their stuff and just be like, we're going to take out every single clan that's here. We rule this town.
I don't know. I feel like I would go and be like, you have an option. Would you like to join the Legion, or would you like to be destroyed by the Legion?
There was people that were doing that.
Yeah. It's
like-
like
It
join
was-
or die.
Yeah, it was join or die, and if you joined, they'd leave you there on the server. If you wanted to resist, they would just wipe you out.
Yeah.
It
Those
was
games
like
are
a real
awesome.
life. It was like a real life end of the world scenario where you're fighting against this extra dimensional threat.
Another thing that makes it terrifying is to like bring your stuff across the server. There was airdrops that came down from the sky.
Yeah.
So you see one, and then all of a sudden, bloop, dinosaur appears with a base on it, and then more and more. And it's just like from
Oh,
there, it just destroys the
Oh
world.
no, the Romans are here.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get Rust now and just try to like
Yeah.
unify a server. If I ever do, I'm going to post on Twitter the beginning of the rise of an empire.
Is there a game like Rust and Ark other than those ones?
There's H1,
That
H1Z1.
I thought that turned into a battle royale.
It kind of did. They wanted to turn into a battle royale, but it was originally supposed to be just like a Rust.
I
There's
tried playing
kind
that.
of 7 Days to Die.
Yeah, but
That's not as bad, though.
That's not mass
7 Days
open
to Die, I
purpose.
feel like, is more like everyone's like, please help me build a base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's open, like mass.
You can play online.
MMO.
It's not mass though.
No.
And now there's the Viking one.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
Vilheim.
Age
Valheim.
of Conan, how they
Yeah,
did it
there's
is
that one
like,
too.
there's servers that will grief, but then if you play the ones where players can't hurt players, it's
Yeah.
like the elites will literally wall off the Highland region. It's like you can't get in except for through one little gate that they keep
That's
locked.
great. The best type of game that I found that was in that genre, and it's very much just on the edge of that genre, is Escape from Tarkov.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Escape from Tarkov is you're going into an area just to loot and stuff and to do certain objectives, and then you're supposed to evac out of that area within a certain amount of time.
Yeah, there was another game like that that recently came out. It was called Vigor.
Vigor. I haven't heard of that.
I want to get Escape from Tarkov and play with you and
Pyrolis? Yeah, it's fun. We plan on doing videos on YouTube about it and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
so you can just watch me lag across the map.
Oh, it was great. We played a couple weeks ago, and we're in a area right next to a giant factory, and I'm listening to the factory, and it sounds like an absolute war zone. There's grenades going off, like heavy gunfire and stuff like that. And we're going across this cross section in the road, and Pyrolis just stops. But he keeps on walking. He's doing that freeze walk.
Oh no.
The game kicked him out of the game.
Oh, jeez.
So he had to log back on. For a solid 5 minutes, he was sitting in that crossroad right next to a gunfight.
It's like, come on, get back out, get back
I'm
out.
hiding in tubes next to his character, hoping they don't come out of the factory and just see us and murder us.
So
come
what
out
happens? Do you just like you die and just respawn at a base?
You die and you lose all your stuff
That
that's
you had
currently
with you?
equipped to you.
Oh, okay. So
So it's very much relying on staying alive and gaining loot.
but it's not like kick you out, put you in different match.
Right.
No.
It's kick you out, and then there's a base that you can build where you
Same
have
with
different
Light Trigger.
resources that'll let you like heal your character, keep your character fed, give it water.
Those games sound like
That's the way Age of Conan is.
Yeah.
those games sound like it's really just mass battle royale.
It is mass battle royale, but the fact is there's not a last one standing.
Yeah.
It's how long can you
continuation.
stay alive while you're trying to get your
Yeah.
loot?
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
Kind of like battle royale legacy.
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite should have had a mode like that, honestly, because the whole thing of building stuff, it would have felt a little bit more rewarding. Like, hey guys, look at this fort we built.
Well, here's the thing, like in Tarkov, you're not building an actual base in the game.
You just have
It's
a
like a
campsite.
it's a building simulator. So you played XCOM, right?
No.
You haven't played XCOM?
So you've played Minecraft on
I want to play XCOM after having
You
played.
played some of the original RTS like StarCraft and stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's very much like that. Besides, for you can't move like any characters around or anything. You can't move your own character. You're just building in the game. You build like a bathroom, and then you can also build a water pump in the facility.
Oh,
So is your
it's like
base
Fallout. What is it?
shelters,
Shelter.
Fallout shelters. It
Yeah.
is pretty
So-
much just like that.
Your base is separate from the server you go into loot stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
your
like
home
people
base.
can't go there unless they're visiting.
Right, and like you can go into different areas. Like you can go into the woods. You can go into the depot. You can go into the airport. You can go into like, I think there's like a city setting and stuff.
You pick
So-
arenas basically.
Areas.
You
Or
pick
areas.
servers.
There's a larger map and then there's areas you can go into. Basically, I don't know. Pyrolis is weird because he plays this style called ratting, which is don't interact with anybody and just basically follow behind everybody that's actually doing stuff and picking up the scraps.
The bane of every
I mean,
battle
that's a good
royale
way to
player's
start,
existence.
It's a good way to start, but that's what he wants to do all the time.
It's the most
So,
boring way to play.
It is the most boring way to play. So I'm hearing people having gunfights, throwing grenades at each other, and I'm just going behind people,
You just want
picking
to be
their
like,
stuff
let's
up.
go.
Yeah.
Well, because the way I figure it is, if you're gonna play a game like this that has a heavy emphasis on tactical combat, you have two people playing. You can do a lot of damage.
Honestly, from the sounds of the game, you can make alliances and just go against other
Oh
people.
yeah, you can do that too.
Like that's what I would want to do. It'd be like, hey, let's go kill these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just show up to like one side and just join in with them fighting
Right.
the other people.
But I don't know. I find the game fun.
Yeah, it sounds fun. I actually would like to play that.
Yeah,
I'll probably try to get it once the internet's back up.
cool. I think it's like the base edition is like $30, something
Okay.
like that. That's not expensive. So
No, not compared to when I'm like, oh boy, how much is Resident Evil Village? Almost
Yeah.
$100.
I almost bought that game like 3 times. Over
I did
Christmas.
too, because it was like the one Resident Evil game that looked good.
Yeah, it looked fun.
The whole story, because I've watched someone play through it all. It is a really good story.
Yeah.
I've heard it is.
It's a continuation off of 8.
Yeah.
8's also pretty good.
I want to play 8. I have to be in the right mood to get into a horror game now, because even though it's not horror per se, I finally started playing, even though it's an old game now, Evil Within, and it's just like,
A lot of
it's
people
not
are
the
starting
time
to play
of
that.
year to play this yet.
I watched the story of Evil Within 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks like a really trippy game.
I can't tell right now if it's a Lovecraftian game or like a love letter to Silent Hill.
Right?
I think it's a mix of both.
I do too, because it's just like, why are there zombies everywhere? It's just blinding light throws barbed wire around again. Oh, that's how they start.
Right?
That is another game that I want to play is Sinking City.
Sinking City, I heard, is just a walking simulator.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Most Lovecraftian being like based off the works of H.P. Lovecraft, so like Cthulhu.
Now, what
Yeah.
type of walking simulator are they
They're
talking about?
usually walking simulators. I go along, I might avoid a character or something. Oh, here's a piece of paper, I'm gonna just read it and let's keep walking. Oh, something's scary. Oh, not really.
Right.
Okay. Because a lot of people use walking simulator terms for a lot of games.
Well, like
A lot of different games, too.
What was the game where you're playing as a ghost? Soul Inspector or something like that?
Yeah.
It was an awesome concept.
Yep.
But the game boiled down to being a walking simulator. You just walked around this town,
Yeah.
got into a couple stories, maybe had a couple scary confrontations with like reapers or demons or whatever they were.
So-
And that was it. It actually was a really boring video game, and I was so mad because I wanted to play it so badly.
Yeah.
Because with that terminology, you could also say like Until Dawn and like Detroit Become Human would also be a walking simulator.
No, those are stories.
Those are story based, where because you
See-
also have a game like Wolf Among Us. Those are story based games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are a lot different than a walking simulator. A walking simulator is walk to this objective, something happens. Walk to next objective, something happens. You
And
have
if you
no
boil
choice.
down those games, it
But
turns
you
into
have
that.
no choice during the objective marker.
Yeah, it's rather than jump to important scene to important scene, it's like you have to walk this long like there's a indie game called it's pretty good for a walking simulator. It's called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Oh, okay, yep.
It's a beautiful game, but it's like there's one spot in the entire game where there's actually any danger.
Yeah.
Everything else is just, oh yeah, here's a piece of paper telling what's going on. Let's go find the next piece of paper. Do,
Yep.
do, 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 do. Those are walking simulators.
Yeah.
Where like the Telltale games and like Until Dawn, Man of Madrid are just stories. They're movies with vague interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
I was saying, you could boil that down to a walking simulator. You could
not
say
really
it is.
because you're not controlling anything per se, save for decisions in the game.
the
I
base
relate.
gameplay of those games are just walking and
Right.
looking and picking up paper, and then like maybe a button prompt will happen.
Yeah.
I relate like Until Dawn and
Until Dawn and all those are horror dating sims, basically.
no, not dating sims, visual novels.
They're
And that's
visual
what I was gonna
novels,
say.
yeah.
I relate them to like the visual novels, but they're interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, where all visual novels are is like, oh, okay, there's two choices here. Click the button.
Right, exactly.
Because like
I kind of
the
want to make a visual novel, honestly. I
I
found
Pyrolis found a software to make a visual novel.
I seen the software on Steam for it. I was super close to buying it, but then it's like I could go a different route. I have basically JRPG game making stuff, and all you have to do is put art and your text in. And you could literally just build one in that. So I'm gonna try that first, see if it's even something I want to stay committed to,
Yeah,
and then maybe get the program,
that'd be
proper
fun.
program.
I'd play it.
First, I have to figure out how to make it so other people can play it. It's something with the programming you have to change in the scripts. JRPG stuff, it's super simple. It's just you have to figure out the path to
Yeah.
do stuff. But it's like once you figure out, it's fun.
Right.
I had a game that I was making that was kind of like those vague little things. It was kind of based off like Mad Father and Misao, which are like popular third-party games.
Huh.
But
Never heard of them.
they're fun. They're
Yeah.
JRPG things. They're horror games, but it's like I was working on it, and then I think what happened was I got my new computer and didn't port my resources over. It's like I'm not tracking all that crap down again.
Oh yeah.
What?
What?
You just look like you're about ready to fall asleep. Boom.
No, I'm good.
did you have something you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. I was having fun talking about video games.
Yeah. So this episode is about video games.
Yeah. I mean, I did just buy like 7 things of manga
You
and
did.
light novels.
Technically, your cell phone company bought them.
That was cool.
That
okay?
was cool.
I got a new cell phone provider and they gave me $100. That's always nice.
I wish that everyone was like that. Like instead, like the new thing should be, hey, let's not bill our customers. Let's give them our money till we go broke.
I don't think they're doing that. I'm pretty sure in the long run they're still gonna make money from me. But
Oh yeah, but no, it's just nice to see when companies do promo
yeah,
stuff.
it's better than the promo of give us your old phone and we'll give you $200 off this $1,000 phone.
Yeah.
I would rather take a $100 gift card any day.
Yeah, it'd just be nice if they just kind of periodically did that, like every year or something, or every 6 months. Be like, here's $50.
That would be kind of cool. That'd be more incentive to actually give loyalty to a company.
Yeah, that's partially one of the things. Like up in Alaska, they always talk about how you get paid to live there, and it's literally just the case. I was like, oh, the oil company made so much they have excess. Here's to encourage you to live here. Here's what we made this year.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
like a profit sharing thing. So it's like some years you might make $100. Other
Yeah.
users might make $2,000.
Huh. That's actually really interesting.
I kind of feel like not going into political things, but it's like just like scale level.
Yeah.
That would be a system that would work and encourage people to work.
Like a profit sharing system.
Like a profit sharing system. Like it would be very small.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm happy to get $100 just because nationally the country did well or something.
Yeah, I feel like that goes into several different lines of political ideals
It.
that have problems overall.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want to get into that.
No, but
yeah.
it's just like it's something that works for like up there.
Yeah, but the problem is it works for up there in
Yeah,
a
where the
small
population
region.
is small, and
But
that's
then it's like that's the problem with a lot of political ideas,
Is
especially with money, is the
population.
population growth.
yeah.
It works for a small town, or it works for like a family, but then you grow it into a nation plan, and
And
it's
it
just like,
doesn't
oh,
work
it doesn't
anymore.
work anymore.
Yeah, and it's like most countries don't make enough excess to span it out
Exactly.
among
No,
everybody.
like America's what, $26 trillion in debt or something like that.
Something like that. So it's like all the debtors are like, yeah, we'll take that now.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be getting excess funds for a long time.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
I don't know. I'm happy with my Japanese manga. So
Yep, me too. I just got into a new manga series. Woo.
hey, Eden Zero,
Eden Zero.
Yeah.
I love it.
you liking it?
Yeah. At first, I thought it was gonna be like a. Watching it, I had no idea it was the same creator of Fairy Tail, and I thought he was just blatantly ripping off Fairy
Oh.
Tail because the blue cat from Fairy Tail
Yeah.
is in Eden Zero. I was like, wait a minute.
That's
Also,
funny.
I believe the main character is just Natsu,
kind of
just with a hair. recolor.
Rebecca, the girl, his friend, is very much like Lucy.
I was just gonna
from
say it
Fairy
looks
Tail.
exactly like the
Except for
character design?
except for the thing is, and I know it was just to let you know the shows were connected. They're in a diner in one part.
Yeah.
So there's Plu, which are these weird little dog spirit
Yep.
snowman things. They're in it and they're talking about it. And then you see Natsu and Lucy walk out of their booth in the background.
Oh, that's great.
So
That reminds me of in Fire Force. Fire Force is made by the same studio that makes Soul Eater, or made Soul Eater. So, in one part, they're in this restaurant, and you can hear Maka's father, Death Scythe, in the background complaining about how his daughter doesn't love him. And it's the same voice actor and everything.
oh,
It's
that's
great.
awesome.
It's just like a cool little
Well,
snidbit.
this isn't even so much just a nod to it. Like this show is like fully integrated because like Happy, the race is from a planet called Exceed, and
Huh.
Exceed is in like the Eden Zero universe. Like
a realm.
It's one of the planets in
Oh.
the solar or in the cosmos,
That's cool.
Huh.
which is like now it's like with some of the things going on in the anime, which
Well,
I'm also
then.
watching. I don't know how they're tying them together.
Right.
Now my brain hurts.
I think Fairy Tale's in a different reality from Eden
the
Zero.
fairy tale story's in a different reality, but there is a Natsu and Lucy in the other reality. It gets confusing.
Yeah.
Now we're getting confused.
They're very. It's very much. Ooh, look, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hey.
It's very much a reality and time thing because there's these monsters in it called chronophage.
Yeah.
They'll attack a planet and they'll eat the time. And like one planet, they throw back 50 years, and
Yeah.
the guy that they're looking for, they meet his self from 50 years ago. But when he leaves the planet, they're worried about causing like a time paradox from him meeting his old version. It doesn't do that. It literally just creates basically a new reality of time. So there's two of the same people existing in the world, and it's like he has his own timeline path.
Wow, that does make my brain hurt, and I like sci-fi stuff.
The characters are like, this makes no sense, but I guess it works.
Huh.
It's awesome.
Weird.
So I don't know if it's actually like they're making a new reality or if it's like it's throwing it back to that point and basically he manifests his own destiny at that point.
Right. Huh.
It's really cool concept. I like the chronophages because then there's like one place it's like a really horrible planet and it's just like, I'm hungry. I throw it back 1,200 years into the past and now it's a beautiful planet.
Huh.
Like
That's
it
cool.
makes everyone that was on there cease to exist entirely.
Right.
For now.
No, forever.
No,
Like,
until it-
oh yeah, unless like history repeats itself to that point. But if those people never came from that planet,
Right.
yeah.
they don't exist anymore. And other characters I've heard are just fairy tale characters. Like
Yeah.
there's a pirate queen lady who's apparently like the warrior lady from Fairy Tale.
Urza.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a fun show. I liked it because all in the first episode it made me laugh, cry, and be excited.
Huh.
So,
Nice.
question: is there magic in it?
Yes, it's called Ether.
Okay.
And like people that can use it have what is called ether gear, which is like just basically re-assimilates your ether.
Yeah, because the ether actually comes from the fairy tale world.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're like it's like magic, but it's not magic, but yet everything has it.
Yeah. So this is just fairy tale in space.
Yes, and it's awesome.
In a different reality.
and it's in space in a different reality. Like the main character's power is like he has control over gravity,
Yeah.
but it's like his own gravity. So it's like if he wants to fly, quote unquote, it's literally he recenters his gravity that direction, so he's falling that
Does
way.
he? So does he just naturally have?
You have to
power?
you have to activate the ether gear. It was
So it is still ether
given
gear,
to
okay.
it was given to him by his grandpa, who was a robot that found him, and they don't explain it, but it was given to him by him.
Okay.
There's another character, Wiseman, I believe his name is, which is like from the alternate timeline on the planet, got hit by a chronophage. Like Ether Gear has a bunch of different abilities,
yeah,
and like
yeah.
his is like he can
It's the way that the people there can use magic.
Yeah.
Because they aren't naturally attuned with it.
yeah, yep.
They have to use basically magical items. Besides for, I believe,
Well, and they're
the
called-
race from that Happy's a part of. I believe they can naturally use it.
I think so.
Because
I don't know if this Happy can. I'm not gonna spoil it. Why he might not be able to.
Yeah.
Some people that watch the show probably would know. But
I haven't watched the show. I've just watched up to season 9 of Fairy Tale.
that's my next undertaking.
I haven't bit the bullet and watched all of Fairy Tale though yet.
I'm probably gonna start it tomorrow after I watch Evangelion.
You know, because then you have to restart all of Evangelion.
What? No, I don't.
Yes,
Yeah, you will.
What?
Because
Yes.
alternate timelines.
No, I'm already finishing the alternate timeline.
No, you have to go back. You have to go back.
I'm
Eternal,
not. I'm
You
not
have to
doing
go
that
back.
all over
eternal loop.
You have to go back.
But like
again. See, to quote Giga from Twitter, Evangelion gave me depression, and the last movie should cure me of my depression.
oof.
No,
It won't,
why not?
because that's not how an anime works.
I don't know. I mean, I was like, Ethan's here. I was like, happy.
Did it give-
depressed? Happy again.
Oh yeah, that is just the creator of Fairy Tale.
Like it very much is like, we're gonna make you super happy, and then we're just going to stab you under the chin with depression.
Oof.
And then in the same episode, you're going to weep for joy.
Well, you know my saying. All anime is just an allegory for depression.
No, this is an allegory of your family trying to be nice about kicking you out of the house. You'll understand if you watch it.
Okay.
Or borrow the manga. It's sad in the first part.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I meant to read the manga, so that sounds fun.
This is Baka Talk number 2.
No,
Hey, we just talked about games for half an hour.
we did,
Yeah.
we did.
we did.
Vroom vroom.
I don't think the
Is
sound
anyone
equipment picked that up.
Is anyone wait, okay, yeah, if you didn't hear it, there was a truck in the background revving. Is anyone here old enough to remember the commercials or the car commercials like zoom zoom zoom?
Oh, the
Zoom,
the
zoom, zoom,
Mercury
zoom. Yeah.
commercials. Yeah.
Nope. Don't
Get
remember
away
them.
from this table.
But you're like 12 years old, so
No.
sometimes I feel that way. It's just like, oh yeah, my brother's only 12.
He's 12, sometimes he's like 93 other times.
Never.
All in our friend group, we call him the old man.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's one of the youngest, but he acts the oldest.
I'm actually no longer one of the youngest.
I don't know. There's so many people that come to D&D night now. I have no idea who's
There's
who.
multiple people now
I feel
younger
like
than me.
I'm just at a game store at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we call it a game store, then we have to pay taxes.
It's
No.
a game store where we don't make any money.
Yet.
Or
Yeah.
sell anything.
Wait until I implement the dues system.
I am seriously contemplating, like, hey, I just had to spend $12 in paper printing crap off. Pay up.
That would actually help a lot.
We'll take it up next meeting.
It would help a lot with how I feel for my mom when I'm like, can I make some, can I print some stuff? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, there for 2 hours. Just printing.
Yeah, that was like that one day. I was like, sure, I'll print some stuff off for your game. Boom. Get home 2 hours later. Come on.
I didn't realize you're going to print 20 stacks of character sheets.
That's just, nope, that was just 5.
That was
That was
5
just
and a bunch of
5?
reference
5
stuff.
character sheets. Because there's
Wow.
4 sheets per character.
Dang, that's insane.
Yeah. And I also printed out 5 for you.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, I plan on having my characters on the edge of life, death.
Life,
for
death,
a lot
life,
of
death.
Yeah,
times.
on your life death, you're going to life death throughout our game, which is giving them edgy characters now to deal with.
Oh, my characters are edgy. So they were pirates attacked this coastal town that they were just leaving, and they're on this hill. Well, they bought this cart in the town, and one of my players has a plow because they're playing a game where they're
Yeah,
like
he was telling us
homesteading
about
and
that
stuff.
last night.
And what he did is he just took the horse off the cart. Since they're on a hill, the biggest character in the group pushes the cart down towards the town, or like just pushes it in the direction. They all hop on the cart, ride the cart down the hill up to the door with the plow in front of them, so that way, just in case if they went into the door, they just plow through the door.
Huh.
Yeah,
This sounds fun.
it is fun.
I also heard someone lost their arm.
Well, that was their own stupid fault. They were grappling with another player and they used the ability that accelerated their speed to the point where, in physics wise, they were going to lose a limb
Yeah.
because the other person had a hold of their arm.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all we heard from like across the building was just screaming about my
Oh,
arm.
Pyrolus was mad. Like, I could see he was physically mad that, like, I don't know if it was because he realized he did something kind of not wise, or if he was mad at me because I was making his character get basically a death roll.
And you know, the role of a DM, you don't care.
Yeah, I didn't care. I mean, it was just the way they rolled out. They were both grappling with each other because Pyrolus wanted to head one direction and my party wanted to head the other direction, so they were trying to convince him to go with him.
Meanwhile, in our game, we were just drop kicking Wheeze's mini bosses.
That's great.
And our like guest player seemed to be having a good time.
That's cool.
Which is the first time for guest players, because usually they just sit there with a look of abstract horror and confusion.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time you play a tabletop RPG, especially when it's one that is not exactly like a main staple one, because
Yeah.
like people on here should know that we're not actually playing D&D, we're playing a form of a tabletop RPG game,
Eesh.
and so this one's quite different than a normal game. And so yeah, most players would be confused by what the heck we're doing. So
Yeah, and I have yet to actually get a proper D&D player at my table. Like, I never have had one. None
we
of
work
our
with one.
none of our guests ever have like shown up. With this thing, if I ever get it into print, I'm just dropping a copy on his desk.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna play
I guess
it,
then, yeah.
love it, worship it.
The game that we're playing, we're Ramen Cat's actually making.
Head smashing table in frustration.
Yep.
Hey, I think it's cool you're trying to develop a RPG game.
It's the only thing that I can remotely pay attention to for 2 seconds.
That's kind of how I feel about podcasting. It's like it's the only thing I have just enough skill with just to do.
Oh, I don't even have skill in this. It's like I belly flop into a pile of papers, wiggle around a little bit, and words show up.
That's how some of this looks like.
I think that was an insult, Ron.
I do too.
Well, it's not just the stuff he made.
I mean, to be fair to half of what we have right now, I work on usually if I have the flu or something.
Yeah, I've
Crazy
noticed
thing
trying to
comes
read
out.
some stuff.
That's why I like a lot of stuff. Like, I'll correct that later on, like when I completely just scrap the mechanics.
Or where some abilities have the same wording.
yes, 'cause
Same
it's
exact.
just like I'm tired, I'm in pain, I'm puking.
Copy
Right.
paste.
Copy paste.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
No?
I mean, not that anyone cares, but I'm going to gut out some stuff in my magic deck and make it toxic, or try to.
Why?
When he says he's gonna make it toxic, he's just adding removal in the form of counter spells.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I guess.
I mean, I feel
That
like that will
works.
make that deck more hated because I stole half of everyone's graveyards yesterday.
No, that's fine. I mean,
He actually
usually
didn't
once
take
it,
anything from me.
No, nothing was gonna work for what I needed.
usually once it's in the graveyard, people don't mess with it.
No,
Now-
our one friend needed it.
You're
Oh.
gonna have a pain fighting against the new commander I put in my deck. Exiles cards that were put into opponents' graveyards.
Oof.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Now who's toxic?
I've always been.
I mean, he did start out playing the blue color, so
I started out playing Simic.
you did start playing Simic.
I started out playing
Ew.
Simic Merfolk on Arena.
You're
Oh
right.
yeah, I remember that.
You're riding home on your own tonight.
Okay, I understand.
It's funny because of the fact that he hates Civic now.
Yeah, it's the most toxic.
All my homies hate
degenerate,
Simic.
Oh, you what?
All my homies hate Simic.
Toxic.
Yeah, I
degenerate junk.
like playing the other most toxic color combo, blue-black.
How is that toxic?
I have never had a good experience playing against blue-black. Or, I mean, the other most hated for me is just fighting Esper, which is blue-black-white.
Oh yeah, that
Come
is-
on, that's
That's-
fun.
I
No, it's
hate
not.
playing against it.
Yeah,
It's fun to play.
Yeah. Geek
Yeah.
stuff.
I've never built a successful Esper deck.
Navriel,
That was not successful.
but it was a deck.
It was a deck. I
Yeah.
played it twice. I tore it apart.
My current deck was going to be an Esper deck, and then I was like, no, we're going to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave you that command.
I still have that commander. I'm saving that commander for something. I don't know what yet. Considering my
Innistrad.
other deck is going to probably be a Demir deck, which is the blue-black.
It is a Demir deck.
No,
right now.
the other one I want to build.
Oh,
one we were
okay.
talking about where it's like I steal and exile stuff and take control of it.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
you're already doing.
No, more so.
Okay.
More aggressive.
I don't know why he wants to do it, but he wants to do it.
Oh.
I just
Like
like
play
playing
basketball
blue,
with Pyrolus's Angel more like last night.
That's interesting.
It was a weird way that thing
It
went
took
across
two
the
people
table.
to kill it.
Huh.
Two people killed it. I stole it, and then Pyrolus turns around and nukes it.
Yeah, and then I
that's
attacked
funny.
him for a ton.
Huh. Cool.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Everyone else was sitting at the table looking in confusion at the game going on.
Yeah, everyone
Oh, that's
else
always
there
fun.
was like, just end it so we can go home.
No! I mean, my girlfriend was like, oh, I'm not going home, sleeps.
Did she actually fall asleep?
Yeah, she
Okay.
did.
Yeah, she built herself a bed on the floor and went to sleep.
When
Wow.
she's tired, don't get in the way. She'll just be like, I sleep here on the ceiling. How did you get there?
That's great. I wish I could. You know, have you ever wondered if you, like, what it'd be like to sleep on the ceiling? Just like, say, frick it to gravity
Abstract
and just.
terror.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Because you already have the mental thing of the floor is ground, floor is down, ceiling is ceiling, ceiling is up.
Yeah.
So if you're up there sleeping and then you're just like, just say you get startled awake and you look down and then you're just like, your brain's like, ah, you're gonna die.
I feel like it would be one of those things that it's like you can do it, but yet in the stupidity of nature, it would be like it's also probably really bad for you because while you're here, all your liquids settle down or like something or
Yeah,
something
probably.
dumb like that where it's like you shouldn't actually do it even though you can do it.
Yeah. kind of like hanging upside down. I guess it like you can die.
You can die very quickly from hanging upside down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
15 minutes, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's why when somebody was like, we're going to do a prop with people hanging upside down in this haunted house, that unless you want actual corpse displays, don't do that.
I mean, the first two groups I'll go through will probably see a live person. Maybe.
Convulsing. Who's to say? Right now, for the way our planet and how wonky it is, we're probably upside down in space, where upside down isn't actually a thing.
Or is it?
Or
yeah.
is it?
Da, da.
Because apparently there's a comet that's like, frick gravity.
Well, there's a theory that the center of our galaxy, or is it our universe, is a black hole,
That'd be galaxy.
which in theory means that we're being pulled that direction, which is a gravity, which means gravity is whatever way our galaxy is being pulled.
I believe it's actually we're in orbit with it,
Yeah, or something.
not
like
being
that.
pulled towards it. Our galaxy is actually spinning, so it's a disc. So it's spinning straight up in one direction,
Yeah.
not to the side like it would cut something, like it's going straight up.
That sounds like some flat earther theory stuff right there.
But that I'm talking about the galaxy, not the Earth.
But that's like flat earth is like, it's a disc, it floats up,
It just flies
ever
over.
constant.
That's actually how galaxies can collide.
Ah.
Because the galaxies themselves, with everything in it, are moving together.
I think it's just funny to think that we, like, when our probe finally went past the black hole it was studying, and it's like, huh, space has a butt.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Like, okay, were they not expecting there to be at least some kind of comprehension of another side to this thing, where they're just like, and it's gone.
Well, what they thought it was, they thought a black hole is literally just a tear in space.
So they thought it was going to be going longer than it was, rather than just being a blob that sat there.
Yeah.
Wait a second. They didn't already think it was just a blob?
Apparently not, because they were like, oh, it has a backside.
Yeah.
Sometimes
always-
scientists can be stupid.
I always thought
Sometimes scientists scare themselves.
I
Yeah.
always thought it was just like, all right, here's some super condensed something right here.
It's a super condensed marble in space.
But what a lot
That
of people
just-
thought it was literally just a rip in space, which meant no matter which way you're turning, you'd always see the same
Isn't that how it is?
thing.
No, it
No.
actually has a backside. So like, light comes in on one side, and you go on the other side. It's just doing its black hole thing.
Yeah. Which is basically super condensing whatever it sucks
You
in.
think if we throw a burrito in there, it will come out perfect temperature? Super condensing. It's a microwave. It's the galaxy's microwave.
Wait a second.
I don't know if it has the laws of convection working in it.
What if it did?
Now
What
my
if you
brain
throw
hurts.
one burrito in there and 1,000 perfect golden chimichangas come through?
My brain hurts.
I'm sorry.
So things go into a black hole one way,
Yeah.
and nothing comes out the other way.
Correct.
Basically, like from the footage or the photos that they took of it, it sucks light in, stirs it around a lot, and then barfs it back at the sun that it's by.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's a
there-
lot more to it, but it's like that's what they were shocked when, like about a year ago, it's like, huh, it expels light.
Yeah. Because they thought a black hole just went somewhere else that we weren't quite sure.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just
Which
the-
is where you get all the sci-fi movies like Interstellar, where you go into a black hole and you go through.
instead
So
it is literally
actual
hell.
space black holes are like sea black holes.
Yes.
Huh.
Yep.
It's literally just hell's merry-go-round.
So they're
Yep.
just funnels in the fabric of space time.
Yep. They're a tornado. They're space tornadoes.
Huh.
Yeah.
And they're elegant.
Now my
and
brain
majestic.
don't hurt so much.
It kind of makes sense, and it's less scary.
But aside from
Till
the
it ends
fact
for
that
Earth.
like you get irradiated to nothing.
Well, we don't talk about that part.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not yet, anyways.
And like it just rips matter apart.
I
Yeah.
still want to throw a burrito through it, and maybe when
So
it
does it just, like,
expels it, it's just a giant planet-sized
So does it
burrito.
just like expel pure particles then?
I don't know.
I think
I'm not an
I think
astrophysicist.
the light actually just came back out as light.
I don't know.
Well, because I don't think light has a different form other than light.
Is basically just mixed up with whatever it is.
But
that
I'm
it
wondering what
expels.
happens when a planet goes into it. Does it expel as like it's just like pure atoms, pure molecules?
Well, considering that the center of a black hole has very high gravity, like very high like gravity pressure, I'm guessing it does not come out as the same planet.
Well, duh.
Just launches out football-shaped planet.
But I'm just wondering, like, what? Because if something goes into a black hole, then it gets expelled out the backside.
Tell you what, just tweet at one of the scientists on Twitter.
I'm gonna wait until Vsauce comes back.
Would he go to a black hole?
No, he's taking his own sweet time on videos.
Oh, I thought he was just like, I'm going to a black hole. See you guys.
No. And I'm talking about like Vsauce 1.
Yeah, dude, there's like a bunch of Vsauces.
There's 3 Vsauces.
Yeah.
Vsauce 1?
He multiplied.
They're different people.
I know, but they're all as weird as
Vsauce
1.
2 does, I believe he's the paradox guy. And then Vsauce 3 is the movie guy.
No, that's cool.
Because for some reason, when you're fascinated with movies, you're also like a physicist and stuff.
Yes.
I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
The educational
I'm waiting
YouTube is
for
cool.
my brain to just intake the knowledge of physicist stuff because I like movies in the sense of like I like learning about them.
See, I've always been interested in like space science and just like extra dimensional and stuff like that. I like sci-fi stuff, so
Sci-fi is cool.
yeah. Well, I think with that we're gonna end it for the night. I think we babbled long enough.
We've battled long enough. Ding ding.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, obviously you're listening it on YouTube. So yeah, go ahead and hit that like button or that
Subscribe
dislike
and
button
ring
if
the
you
bell.
absolutely have to. But please hit the like button. Give us a subscription. That's not the right way to say it.
Subscribe and ring the bell with notifications on all.
I mean, if you want us to subscribe to your channel, then let us know.
No, we're not going to do the subscribe to
Well,
me and
you
I'll
open
subscribe
the door
back.
to this.
What? What?
The best thing you can do is leave a comment down below and tell us what the heck the name of this podcast.
That and I don't know, just type, I don't know, burrito.
Space burrito.
Space burrito, yes.
Type space burrito in the comments section.
That will make me happy.
And that'll also make YouTube happy.
It will make you do space burritos. Let's go, guys.
And you know what? If you're interested in listening to our other stuff, we make the Look Behind You podcast, which will also be up on YouTube, but you can also check it out anywhere else you can listen to podcasts. And we're also on Twitter at Behind You Pod. There you can kind of just check us out, talk to us, see what we're doing, stuff like that.
We're also working on it and paying scientists to somehow like air it over the actual air so it's subliminally in everyone's minds.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. I got all my money into that.
That'd
Yeah.
take a lot of speakers.
That
but
would.
doable.
With just big satellites and bombard.
Yeah, just put giant speakers in space pointing towards Earth.
And I have to listen to my voice 24/7. Oh,
No,
heck
because
no.
it'd be so diluted by the time it gets here that only like your subconscious would pick up on it.
Yeah.
Huh, that'd be interesting.
That sounds like an evil villain plot from like James Bond.
They're going to get the world to listen to
I'm gonna
podcasts.
hypnotize the world.
Well, if that's gonna happen, and this is gonna be played in space where everybody can hear, I'm just gonna put this out here. Give Sir Boom a slice of pizza.
Do you want 7.5 billion slices of pizza?
I mean,
Yes.
we might get
Yes,
more if we
I
launch
do.
it through the black hole.
We launch it through the
Aliens.
black hole, and just a whole pizza comes out of the black
Just
hole.
one perfect pizza,
Yep.
perfect portion
The
size.
exact perfect pizza.
It just shines gold as it floats through space.
Secretly-
Slices a planet in half.
Secretly, aliens are pizza chefs.
Yes.
What if there's just poor chefs have to deliver pizzas intergalactically?
Oh,
I feel like there's a Futurama.
It
Probably.
probably is.
Probably. Well, you know what? With that, we're gonna call it a night. So,
See ya.
I have been Sir Boom. You can find me on Twitter at SirBoom9. Ramen Cat, where they can find you?
They can find me on Twitter at RamenCat13.
Awesome. How about you, Wolf?
On the Look Behind You podcast on Twitter.
And in the
Awesome.
heart of the black hole.
If
Always
black holes have
and
hearts,
forever.
I don't know.
See you all later.
Bye.
Have a good night.